Lavenberg from Yellow Gazebo Natural Healthcare in Toronto. We're located at 804 St. Clair Avenue West. I'm a registered acupuncturist, and I'm here with Margotte Kaczanowska, one of our psychotherapists. Margotte is a registered social worker as well as a psychotherapist. So today, Margotte, we're going to talk about stress. So, being on camera, making a video is a little bit stressful. So many things we deal with in life are stressful, right? What would you like to talk about?
I would wish you share my definition of stress.
Right, you were telling me. Okay,
yeah.
So what's your definition of stress?
So stress is a kind of losing sense of control, and
Yes.
we have this illusion that we have control. There are many things we don't have control over, and also it is about not accepting what is. It is not embracing change as it comes, not loving what is.
That's a lot of things you're saying right there. So, admitting or accepting that we don't have control in our lives. I mean, we do have certain amounts of control, but in a sense, there's so much that we don't have control over. And so accepting that, I mean, this can be hard. How do we come to terms with that?
So, not accepting change, it's almost like it starts from not acknowledging that the change is the only thing we can count on.
Right.
Really. So that's the first one. Just knowing on a deep level that I can make a plan. I can decide in a few moments to open the door, but then the phone call comes, and I decide to receive a phone call, and then I finish the conversation, and then somebody talks to me, and then at the end of the day I can discover that I never opened the door.
So, okay, but and I get that. I get what you're saying, and mentally, cerebrally, we can all understand that. But that door needs to be open. It needed to be open. How do we? I feel like it's a switch. How do we just have that switch turned on, or in some cases not turned on, where we're not stressed?
So it is acknowledging, because I'm not going to be upset with the phone call that just came or the person that talks to me. It's acknowledging that the change can happen even if I made plans.
So acknowledging, saying to yourself, okay, it can happen.
Yeah, it can happen, and then it is about staying present in the moment, because I can say, oh, I planned, which is about the future. I planned to open the door.
Right.
But the present moment called me to do something.
Leaving the attachment to the past and just focusing attachment to the present instead of I like that.
Because we get upset or stressed out because of what has happened already, which is about the past, or we worry about the future, or we kind of resist the future, worry, we feel anxious, or we feel apprehensive.
Sure. Because the past doesn't exist anymore.
And the future doesn't exist at this very moment. So very often it is about asking yourself a question: where is the problem now? So, and then the realization comes that the problem is very often in the head, like on my mind, because it's either about the past or about the future. At this very moment, I might not have a problem. Even if I learned 5 days ago that my dear friend passed away, still it is in the past, and I can be present and not kind of re-traumatize myself over and over again about that moment in time when I learned that my friend passed away.
Right. That's interesting. I was listening to a podcast today, and they were talking about someone that had been through trauma, and the police that this person was talking to had a lot of trouble believing her because she was so present and wasn't reliving the trauma and wasn't really upset and crying and everything. But that's where we want to be, is we want to stay in the present.
Yeah, so there are three kind of, I could call them healthy responses to stress, because stress is part of everyday life. Either it comes from external, like, you know, world, or internal world. It can be self-imposed as well. So one of the healthiest or the most kind of evolved responses is the social engagement. So actually talking to someone or anyone, like, you know, because eye contact and touch and the conversation and feeling understood kind of allows us to be present in the moment and kind of formulate or work with the story, whether the story that is from the past or planning the future. If this fails, then people, and that happens very often, and that's what we expect to happen almost, or the police you were mentioning expects to happen, is the mobilization, when actually the stress creates the either flight or fight response.
Right.
So we kind of perceive that we are in danger, so we either have to mobilize ourselves to fight or to run if it's too dangerous. And this is not the because it could be it's kind of internal perception of it, or the meanings we attach to it. And the third response is actually the least evolved. It is being immobilized, being paralyzed, being traumatized, people can lose consciousness because they are traumatized. We hear about trauma or childhood trauma and children not remembering it because that's the only way they are able to do it, to suppress, to block it out, and block it out for decades sometimes. Yeah.
That's amazing. I could talk to you all day about this. Okay, so if someone wants to get in touch with you and talk about stress, it's very easy to do, right? They can have a quick consult with you over the phone maybe, and then come in for a session and talk to you and kind of get a sense of.
Yeah, part of what I do and believe in is mindfulness. It's like that invitation, which is about practicing a particular ways of being present in the moment. So we don't have to travel. We don't have to have this time vehicle between the past and future and being
Yeah. So you could say the work that you do teaches mindfulness, teaches being present. I love that. That's beautiful. That's really cool. Okay, good. Get in touch with Margotte at 804 St. Clair Avenue West in Toronto. You can email the clinic. We'll have all the information afterwards. And get in touch with Margotte and talk to her a little bit. She's obviously great to talk to. Thank you so much, Margotte.
Thank you.